We need each other. We have a very big bridge that's being inaugurated, ribbon cut in September. We need that to be fully staffed. We have a lot going on in Michigan as a northern border state, so we need each other. But what I'm concerned about is that you've taken the mandate to close off the border beyond going after, as you say, the, quote, most dangerous illegal immigrants. I'm a CIA officer. I worked my entire life to protect the homeland. If someone's here illegally, they need to not be here. They've committed a crime by being here. They need to go back to wherever they're from. But my concern is that either through sloppiness or intent, you have gone far beyond going after the, quote, most dangerous illegal immigrants and gone into legal immigrants who were given the ability to be here, and even American citizens. And when I think about that, you know, there are lots of people in this country, including me, who have families who fled this kind of environment where they have no rights, where they have no due process, where they don't have habeas corpus. So while I'll be the first to say, coming from a state that was won by Trump, that there is a mandate to do something about the border, I think it is absolute dangerous overreach to go beyond that and start picking up American citizens and people who have the legal right to be here, lawful immigrants who have done everything right. So first and foremost, do you acknowledge that your department has made some mistakes, any mistakes, in going after either American citizens or legal immigrants here in the time that you've been in office?
We have not deported any U.S. citizens
detained,
or people get interviewed. If they get interviewed and they go through that process, and if we find that they're U.S. citizens or legal immigrants, they stay in the United States.
Have you deported
we have to go through the vetting process.
Have any American citizens, including children, been deported during your time in office?
We have children that mothers have chosen to keep with them. So those
by my count, you have 10 American citizens, including children with cancer, who have been deported out of the country. I understand you're saying it's their choice.
But the mothers,
it's hard to imagine a small child having a choice. But have you gone after legal immigrants? Again, your standard in your opening statement was the most dangerous illegal immigrants. Does that include PhD students and master's students at colleges across the country, unarmed? Are they the most dangerous illegal when they have status and no weapons?
I don't decide who gets status through a student program. This Department of State decides that, and we enforce it.
Oh, come on.
That's what our Department of Homeland Security does.
I just would offer that, again, I have no qualms with going after folks who are here illegally. That is not my concern. That was part of my job, was to prevent people from coming here illegally in a former life. My concern is you're sending a chill down the spine of America by going after people who either have legal status or American citizens. And when my colleagues ask you about habeas corpus, and you say, literally, we can review the tape, that you believe it's a right the president has, you sat here in front of all of us and swore an oath to the Constitution, and that is not at all what habeas corpus is. It is a right that we all get, that American citizens get, that people who are in the United States legally have. So my concern is, it's complete overreach. I don't think American citizens, even those who voted for Trump, believe that you should be able to just grab someone off the street, sloppy, who has the legal right to be here, and certainly an American citizen. And I just am concerned that while you say you're going after the most dangerous folks, what you're actually doing is going after folks for political reasons, right? A PhD student that's unarmed is not at the top of the list.
And we're not deporting U.S. citizens, and we're not deporting people who have legal status here.
10 American citizens have been deported. If the children have gone
with their parents, it's because their parents wanted them with them. So let me ask you another question
about cybersecurity. You know, you've cut $500 million from the budget. What specific programs are you cutting? Because there are programs that really aid states and locals that we depend on for cybersecurity. And we know that right now, while we may have good security in the federal government, if you are a local state official, you're depending on the federal government. So have you cut the ISAC program, the program to states and locals on cybersecurity.
The president's recommended budget has a reduction in $491
Does it cut
million.
that program? I've heard the
and what
talking
it's doing
point.
is
Does
putting
it cut the
CISA
program?
back on mission.
I just,
and
you
it's
can't
ensuring
say
that
this is the most
cybersecurity is going to be strengthened.
You cannot say it's the most cyber-secure administration if you're cutting the program to my state and to your state.
It will
and if you
be
look
when
on
we-
record, that's what you've cut. I yield back.
Welcome back to Patriot Voice of the Left. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss when we expose the truth and stand up for real American values. What we just saw from Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin was powerful, bold, and absolutely necessary. She stood up for the Constitution, for due process, and for the rights of every American, citizens, and legal immigrants alike, at a time when the administration's border policies are crossing serious lines. Slotkin wasn't defending lawbreakers. She made it clear, illegal crossings are wrong, but what she's calling out is the dangerous overreach, the targeting of legal immigrants, students, even children who have every right to be here. That's not border security, that's abuse of power. And when she confronted the official about cutting cybersecurity funding, she was right again. You can't claim to protect America while slashing the very programs that defend our states and local governments from digital threats. Slotkin represents what leadership should look like: strength with principle, security with humanity. She's reminding us that patriotism isn't blind loyalty. It's about holding power accountable and defending the rights of all who call this country home. If you believe in protecting democracy and standing up for justice, hit that like button, subscribe to Patriot Voice of the Left, and stay with us as we keep speaking truth to power.